It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Jacinta with 2NURFM Hunter News. Former Lord Mayor of Newcastle, Jeff McCloy, has lost his High Court challenge against political donation laws. All aspects of McCloy's challenge to the laws have been met with pushback by the full court bench. McCloy launched the challenge in July last year, a month prior to his appearance before ICAC's Operation Spicer. The High Court were unanimous in their stance that the cap on donation amounts and current laws barring donations from property developers are valid. Newcastle local court has heard the evidence brief of a child sexual abuse case brought against Bernard Kevin McGrath is now more than 9,000 pages long. McGrath, a Catholic brother, stands accused of 252 child sex offences alleged to have occurred in the Lake Macquarie area in the 1970s. He appeared in court today via video link. Green Senator Lee Rhiannon is speaking out against the Trans-Pacific Partnership deal, suggesting it will hurt the Hunter region. She says if the deal is sealed, foreign mining companies could sue the state government for profit losses over environmental decisions made in the national interest. Lee Rhiannon says the negatives greatly outweigh the positives.
This trade deal is bad news for the people of the Hunter. It will drive down living standards, weaken labour conditions, and really put our government at the mercy of international corporations. Trade deals are needed, but this is much more than a trade deal. We do need a more environmentally sustainable model for trade.
A Newcastle court has heard police are analysing mobile phones in the case against former boxer Leslie Mason. The brother of NRL player Willie Mason was arrested this year following a raid at his apartment in Cooks Hill. Police allegedly found large quantities of cocaine and $16,000 in cash. The matter was adjourned until December 16. Hunter students with a passion for history are encouraged to apply for the 2016 Premier's Anzac Memorial Scholarship to commemorate the centenary of Anzac. Successful students will learn of the struggle of the Anzacs during World War I by visiting key battlefields and memorials in both France and Belgium. Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott MacDonald, says students will greatly benefit from the program.
This one I think is very, very worthwhile. It's aimed at the year 9 and 10 students. It's called the 2016 Premier's Anzac Memorial Scholarship. It's a really unique opportunity. They can travel to the historic battlefields, and in 2016, I understand they'll be going to the Western Front.
Newcastle's roads have been identified as some of the worst in New South Wales, according to the NRMA's Seeing Red on Roads campaign. The Pacific Motorway and Minmi Road were two pinpointed by those who used the NRMA's interactive map to drop red flags on congestion hotspots. There is now concern over Newcastle's congestions becoming a rival to Sydney's. Students from Newcastle Grammar School have been awarded the Regional People's Choice Award for their efforts to raise consumer law awareness. Their production included a scripted, in-depth puppet show which appealed to the target audience while also informing them on the issue. Fair Trading Commissioner Rod Stowe says the presentations are persuasive and come in a variety of formats.
They develop various ways of persuading colleagues to consumer protection issues, and that's things like apps and videos and other forms of media. Over the years, these entries have improved tremendously, so they're almost commercial quality.
In finance, the All Ords is down 7 points at 51.92 and $1 Australian is buying 71.70 US cents.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club's Melbourne Cup Carnival.
The Newcastle Jets will get their A-League season underway by taking on the Wellington Phoenix this Sunday. Newly appointed coach Scott Miller says he has faith the Jets can improve on last season's results. The Jets are currently favourites to win back-to-back wooden spoons. The Newcastle Knights continue to deny the release of Adam Clydesdale is part of a ploy to free up space for West Tigers captain Robbie Farah. Clydesdale recently agreed to terms with the Canberra Raiders on a 2-year deal. And former Charlestown Golf assistant pro Mitch Kelleher shot a 68 to take out the Charlestown Amateur Pro. Kelleher posted the same score last week at Cowinda Waters Pro Amateur at Wyong, placing him at the top alongside Belmont's Nick Flanagan. He says he is looking forward to a return to form and is stoked with his latest wins. And former Lake Macquarie gymnast Marianne Moncton has edged closer to her dream of taking part in the Olympics after being selected in the Australian team to compete at the World Championships later this month. That's sport. I'm Jacob Dunstan.
2NURFM news time is 1:04.